Okay, y'all, I'm going to go over your study guide in like sections so you can just watch the section that you need. Hopefully nobody needs to watch this section because this is like from the first few weeks of school, right? We're just multiplying monomials. So we multiply our coefficients, add our exponents. Dividing, divide our coefficients, subtract our exponents, right? And we get a negative, but that just means go to the denominator, okay? It's just like crossing these out. If I've got 4 up here and 5 down here, my one that's left is going to be down here in the denominator. All right, here I'm multiplying 2 binomials, but the binomials have the same numbers and different signs. So I end up with just 2 terms, right? Because the terms in the middle cancel. Those 2 linear terms cancel. All right, and then down here, I'm drilling this into your head before you leave this class that a binomial squared really means don't square each term and then just call it a day. You've got to actually multiply them too, okay? All right, now 5 and 6, I did have some questions about today, so I did want to kind of go over those with you. Let's see if I can do that. All right, so we keep seeing this same kind of problem and going, I don't know what to do because there's a fraction. All this means is x is being divided by 3 and we're adding 2. So all we're trying to do is get x alone. So my first thing I'm going to try to do is get 2 away from here. That leaves me with x divided by 3 equals 9, okay? So what divided by 3 equals 9? Like plenty of you could probably have done this in your head, right? If you just think about it that way. So I'm multiplying by 3 on both sides, and x is equal to 27, okay? All right, number 6. This one is a little different. This was a linear equation. Number 6 is a quadratic equation. So I've got to get rid of this squared first. So I'm going to do that by taking the square root. Sorry, I'm holding my phone, so it's kind of weird. Taking the square root, okay? And then I have x plus 4 equals a positive 4 or a negative 4, right? So we do the plus and the minus. Then I subtract 4 on both sides. Okay, well, what happens when I do positive 4 minus 4? I get 0. What happens when I do negative 4 minus 4? I get negative 8, okay? So I get 2 answers, and that makes sense, especially with what we're learning about polynomials, right? If my power is 2, I get 2 answers, and that's what's happening with your quadratic here. Like for this one, x equals 27, well, that makes sense because x had a power of 1. So the number of solutions I get needs to relate to that, okay? All right, so I'm going to do 7 through 10 in another video because that's evaluating function notation, all right? Peace out.